this is what to expect.
It is an overwhelming, exciting time.
I know. I'm slightly concerned about my nervous system.
Dude, I spent one day in New York City and I'm shot. I'm like, and I know I have to do 6 days in Vegas. Woo!
Is that where you just got back from? Because I sent you an email yesterday and I can't remember who it was, but they were like, she's
Stephanie, yeah.
happening. Yeah.
Yeah, I flew in Sunday night. It was the Skift meetings forum all day Monday, and then spent my birthday on a plane coming home. Woo! But hey, lucky for me, both of my flights I had an empty middle seat next to me, so it was lovely.
Oh, that's nice.
It's like
Small
first class.
things, right? It's small things.
So you had a fun birthday, Liz?
I did, sitting on airplanes for 7 hours. It was fantastic. But then my family was ready with a cookie cake and some tacos because it was Taco Tuesday, as I was told. So, and Mexican Independence Day. So that's when you have your birthday.
Yeah,
Obviously.
I love
My
birthdays.
birthday's on July 4th, so it's on like
Oh yeah, so you
Liz,
get celebrations
you
and
have to share
fireworks
like a
every year.
holiday. Mm.
Liz, are you my birthday neighbor? Your birthday's
Oh,
on the
and your
15th of September?
Yours is the 15th, mine's the 16th. Happy birthday.
No, mine's the 14th. Mine's the
Oh,
14th.
well, happy
Oh,
birthday.
right.
Look
I
at
saw
us.
that.
New
You
Year's
got a
Eve babies.
crazy birthday too. I heard. Yeah. Our household takes birthdays very, very seriously. My mom only
Yes,
comes
you.
every other year because I go a little ridiculous. And I'm like, well, mom, you know what I do? Like I have to throw the amazing experience.
That's
Can you do
awesome.
my birthday party? Because I refuse to plan my own birthday party and there's no planners in my single mom. Like, what am I gonna do? Like expect my teenagers to do something? No,
Yeah.
no, y'all. That's not a thing that happens.
That's
Well, Sarah Beth,
funny.
I will also be at IMAX. So this is my fourth year. So second year being a hosted buyer, but
Nice.
we definitely should connect.
Yes, let's do that. Let's figure out. I was getting really overwhelmed by setting up my meetings and because
Oh,
there's so many
yeah.
educational things I want to go to.
Yeah.
And like, how am I going to be in two places at once? This is just
Yes, that's my biggest recommendation is to enjoy where you are.
we
Because
were
where you end up being is not where you thought you would be when you made your plan for IMAX. But enjoy where you are and do not allow yourself to experience FOMO.
I read your newsletter. I was like, she's so right. She's like, because at first you're like, oh, I'm missing out, but really you're not because there's just so much to take in.
It's
And
exactly like if you've ever been to South by Southwest. There's just so much stuff happening absolutely everywhere, and you make a plan, but no.
make your plan in pencil is what you're saying. But
Yeah.
so I
Exactly.
feel bad if I set up meetings though, and then like
Well, yeah. So you show up for your meetings. That's what you just have to plan around. So all of
just
that part, but
just
all
try
the
not.
parties and all the education and all the stuff.
I'm like the 6 to 8 meetings I'm supposed to do. That's a lot, y'all.
It is, but if you stick with the six, they're only 30 minutes. If you can spread them out and do like a chunk, 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, give yourself some time. There's no lunch around there. So if you're one of us insiders, you can make your way over to Mandalay. We've got a 2 bedroom suite that we've called the Ichi Lounge. So we'll have some food there in the mornings and at lunch.
Nice.
Here's a pro tip.
What's that?
Around the end of the day, a lot of booths will put out local food from their region, and you can have
Yeah.
like a global food tour for
Mhm.
free. It's really
Yeah.
And,
nice.
Nice.
and lots of espresso martinis.
Yes.
I'm gonna add that to my schedule. Block
And
that
don't
time
do
off. Be like, eat food.
and if you have a meeting and you see that there's an espresso bar in the booth, help yourself.
That's right.
That is
Yes.
why it's there.
It was crazy after 4 p.m. on the floor. I'm like, okay, this is a whole different experience now. Yeah.
I know Dave was trying to put together like a soft cocktail crawl or something to try to find all the booths that are
Ooh,
doing mocktails so that you can,
love
start your night not drunk.
Yes. Well, I'm
Yeah.
allergic to alcohol, which makes me really fun at parties.
No, I'm sure you're a great
Okay,
time.
so Liz,
No.
I have a question for you. So I see they were streaming on your Club Ichi channel, and I'm actually trying to stream as well for the test
That was
today
my
with
question. I was
the
asking them
StreamYard.
as we jumped on if I needed a stream or if you were, but we weren't 100% sure. So I
Yeah,
went ahead
so
and started
we
it, but I can cut
don't,
it and then you
yeah,
can
we
start
can
it.
cut it after our intro part,
Okay.
so that we don't interfere because the streams will then break if we push two at the same time.
Yep. Okay. Sounds good. All right. Well, we're 3 minutes after start time, so let's kick it off. Well, hello everybody and welcome to The AI Hackathon, Brains Behind the Bots, a totally human event. We are on week 5 or 6. I've lost count now, but we have gone from a crazy idea to an event that's happening next week. And it is incredible what AI has done with humans powering it. So I was at Skiff Meetings Forum on Monday, and there was a speaker talking about AI, and he had this model that he shared. They call it the hamburger model, where the bun is the humans with the idea, initiating it, trying to get it all together. The meat is letting AI do all the work, and then the bottom bun is the humans coming back in, cleaning it up, fixing it, and bringing it to market. And I was like, that's pretty cool. It reminded me of Andy Warhol, who actually didn't do any art. He like started with an idea, got a whole bunch of interns in his warehouse to do the work, and then came back in, finished it up, and signed it. So I think that's what we're doing here. So I'm not sure anyone has actually just let AI run free, though. Has anyone done that? No, we're all guiding it. The brains are behind the bots. I appreciate that. That is fantastic. Oh, hi, Natasha. Welcome. You got loud. Hello. All right, well, let's kick it off with marketing and start there. Dara, what's happening in the world?
Yes, we have a couple updates. So we've updated the website to have all of our speaker icons on there. So I will drop that link in the chat so everybody can see it. If you submitted your logo in the spreadsheet, then it got put on the speaker page. If you are missing or there is an error, please let us know. We have created a graphic. Summer put it into our hackathon chat, but it may have gotten lost with our bots going a bit rogue. But there is a like I'm attending glean in that people can share if you want to share that you're attending. We've also sent this to our attendees, which is just a quick like I'm attending Brains Behind the Bots event next week. And then we also are putting together a video. Liz, thank you for you and your team's help on that. That's like a AI, it's like Glitch and Sarah talking together, which is kind of funny. And then Megan is putting together a PR announcement and reaching out to some media contacts. I think she's going to do that shortly. I believe that's all of our major updates for the week.
Amazing. Okay, take me back to the Glean In thing. Is that for any of us to jump on and do something? What's happening with that one?
All you will need to do is just you click in. This is not AI, but it is a very helpful technology. You just click and you share however you want to share LinkedIn. Okay. And it just lets people know that you're attending. We can also put this in like the Club Ichi general channel, share it out to just if anyone's attending that they can share that they're going.
Perfect. I love it. Keep letting people into the waiting room. All right. So from a marketing standpoint, also, Paula, you have been doing some incredible conversations with people. Tell me about your little behind the scenes project.
Yeah, so I reached out to Liz just saying, what else do we need to do? And she had this fabulous idea related to highlighting our committee leads. So all of you that have put in the time, energy, and effort to make this the brains actually behind the bots. So I've had the privilege of chatting already with a couple of you with a set of questions, and then we're throwing them into AI, and it is putting together these little snippet videos for social that we should have ready. I told Liz it's fantastic because it took me about 2 hours to learn. I'm using Opus Clip. It took me about 2 hours to learn it, my team has a background in marketing, but I do not. So in terms of jumping in, this was like as entry level as you, yes,
the full plunge.
Yeah. So, but again, try in the essence of trying to really like learn what AI can do. It was more, okay, let's have the intro person step in, see what it can do. So it took me about 2 hours to learn, and it's taking me about 15 minutes to edit all of those, each video, which is fantastic and something that I have never seen before. So we should have the ones we completed yesterday and this morning ready this afternoon. And then I know I have a couple of additional interviews set up with some of the leads that were not available yesterday or Monday for this afternoon and tomorrow. So
that is amazing. Thank you so much, Paula, for doing this. It's going to be so fun to share everybody's stories. Yay. Dara, I actually want to come back to you and ask, you mentioned the bot that went rogue. Tell me what went wrong.
I honestly am not 100% sure why it kept just spamming. I think part of it was that I put in the recurring like Zapier for it to post on Friday, And then I don't know what happened from there, that it just like, I don't know if I was just not specific enough or what, but that wasn't even AI gone wrong. It was just the automation gone wrong. I think the AI part of it was, well, the AI part of it was also broken because it was also hallucinating numbers. So there was multiple levels of brokenness. It was where I tried to build it. I didn't follow a tutorial or anything. I was like, I'm just going to try to like figure this out myself. And I think I should just followed a tutorial. So apologies for the bot spam.
It was fun to watch it go wrong. It was great. So for those of you that are watching this on YouTube, what happened was Dara had created a bot that went inside our Club Ichi Slack channel, and it was attached by Zapier to the Reg site, right, to Luma, so that it was giving updates. But all of a sudden one day it decided to just give updates about every 90 seconds, and they were long. And I logged into Slack and I opened the channel and it was like, boom. I didn't think it was ever going to end. It was insane.
We finally killed it though. It has been defeated and disconnected.
Number 5 was disassembled for
Yes.
those of you that are 90s kids like me, 80s kids like me. Awesome, thank you. Natasha, okay, so I hadn't looked at the hypersite in a while, and I know that new stuff was added, speakers and about like all these other things, and you vibe coded the whole site originally. How much of that carried through vibe coding versus you going in and having to update?
Oh, I mean, pretty much all of it was vibe coded through and through, even with the update. I mean, so like I use a spreadsheet to, pull the name. So I cleaned it up to like make sure it was in the alphabetical order that I wanted it. And with that, I downloaded all the logos. So have a folder of logos, which had to have the names match, who they were. So what I did essentially was I worked in one of the LLMs to come up with a prompt to adjust and create this page using, the current site that's been built. And so I use Replit, which has the agent inside of it. So I just can verbally command what it does. But with that, I dropped the logo file in there with all the logos with my CSV file, and then prompted it to what it to do, and pretty much did that. And then all I had to do was just verbally command like decreasing the logo sizes by 15%, or adjusting like the sizes of different pieces. But
did it assign everyone's LinkedIn, or you just had that in the spreadsheet and it grabbed it and put it in there?
Actually, for specifically that piece was for that one I used Manus and had dropped the Excel or the spreadsheet that I was using in Manus, had it go look for everybody's LinkedIn page and put it in the spreadsheet for me, which then I use that same the same spreadsheet was all ready to go when I dropped it into Replit to add it in.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. This is so fun. I can't wait to see. Did you do any videos or capture of like how you did any of the stuff that we're going to get to see on the event next week?
I did not originally, because my computer beforehand was failing me. I just got a new computer last week, so I did not record it. But there's pieces that I can see if I have any kind of recordings that I can pull together, or even recreate a recording for you of it.
Super cool. Thank you very much. Dax, on the measurement front, I know we had the survey, which kind of drove a little bit of our conversation. Was there anything additional that we're bringing into this?
Well, there are things that I would like to do, and I wanted to use a few minutes on this call if we can to talk about it. I've been traveling, and so I haven't been as on it, to be honest, as I would like to be. So my questions are, number one, when we built, or when the event happens, are there any existing analytics that are going to come from the platform?
Michelle, is that one you?
Nope, it wasn't.
Yeah, no, just asking on the platform. Do you know, since you've been building out the platform, have you seen any of the back of house stuff to know if we have analytics from it?
Oh, so yeah, so I've seen when we go into the platform, you can see like where they've built the chat box, where they've built like any coding that they had to like basically customize the site. You can see.
But can you pull analytics from that? Like, is it going to be able to give you who's on the platform?
How we're going to be able to pull analytics is with the Snap site. So they can pull by how they're going to interact with the content, the post content, when they go into like the data dump area, we'll get a full report after the event concludes about how they interacted once they get onto the platform.
Okay. That's cool. So if you can plan to share that full report with the whole team or with me, that would be great. I can take a look at
Yeah,
it.
and Peter is on the call here. So if you need specifics, I'm wondering if Peter, you can hard code something for Dax.
Yeah, Dax, if you want to reach out to me, are you in the Club Ichi Slack?
I am.
Yeah.
If you can share with me what is already planned, then I can give feedback maybe to make sure it aligns to what I think we should be tracking, if that's cool.
Yep.
That's sweet. Thank you, Peter. That's great.
Yep.
And then the next question I have is the other thing I would love for us to do from a measurement during the event is to pose a polling question or two at the end of each session to ask people to rate the value of the session and potentially to give feedback. Is that part of the plan now, or can we make it part of the plan, or is it too late?
So from a production point of view, we're not going to run the poll via StreamYard. We're going to have to build that through some other platform. So it's just a matter of, how do we want to build it and how do we want to deploy it, either in chat or on a share screen.
Do
Okay.
you want to just bring in something like a Slido where we do a super quick, like 30 seconds, throw it on the screen, let people give an answer?
That could be it, yeah.
We also, I mean, we have a chat too going. So if Dax just wants to drop a link, he could just drop a link in the chat after each session, and that could be his role.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just
I'm
need to build
putting in
those
the
then.
I'm putting in the chat here what ideally we would put at the close of each session in some way.
The sessions are so fast paced. I'm worried about if we have to put some there 5 minutes each. So we're going to be
Okay.
constantly saying, rate this, rate this, rate this. I wonder, can we just do one at the end that is like, which ones did you find the most value in and that you can implement or something
It's
like that?
not the best practice because people won't remember.
Understood, but sending out a survey every 5 minutes is probably also gonna
It's
not.
gonna
Can
get
I make a
lost in chat.
suggestion?
Yeah,
Can I
go
make a
Arthur.
suggestion on the poll? So if we did something like a slide or whatever, you just make one QR code, and Dax would be in charge of just advancing the questions.
Like
So
what poll
we
is
just have
live?
Yeah, so we have one QR code that goes up at the end of every session that we just say, don't forget to rate each session, scan the QR code, and then Dax is advancing the questions on the back, or someone is advancing the questions on the back end. So when you scan the QR code, you're getting the correct question. You know what I mean?
What
So
do you
it's
mean
one QR
advancing the
code that just.
questions? There's only one question that.
Oh,
that I-
okay. So yeah, well, you maybe have to reset. I don't know how you want to gather the analytics, but if it's just one question and you want to have the data from each session, then you would just need to reset the poll
Because
for each
otherwise,
session.
otherwise what you're getting is overview of everyone that will QR code that and give you feedback, but you won't be able to track that to each session. So what he's saying,
Correct.
each slide becomes a question, the same question, just again and again and again, that you might have 5 people answering the first QR code or the same question, or 10 people the next time, right? It's just building it in Slido that way, technically, to be able to get the analytics you need.
How many sessions are there?
7.
I-
there's
Liz,
The
I don't think it's
7,
terrible.
then there's
There-
the AI.
7 is the work streams. There's 7 work streams reporting out on what they did. But then we have the guest speaker, and then we have like me doing fireside
Interactive.
chats with each of the sponsors. So it's probably gonna be 14 in the end, all
Right.
within
Yeah, I
90
think-
minutes.
In the agenda, I think there were like 14 touch points, like different.
Mhm.
Well, maybe it doesn't have to be for everything. Maybe we can look at this and decide, like, when does it make sense to put a question in, a polling question at the
Well, my
end?
question back to you is, why do we care about each one? Like, what are we going to do with that? Because afterwards, we're not going to do this event again. So do we care what the value was? What are we trying to get out of this?
Well, we do care what the value was because one of our goals is to deliver value to this audience. And so we want to understand if we delivered value. That is, it's an evaluation against that objective. By understanding, did the session content give value? Now we could ask an overarching question at the end to say, did the sessions give you value? And that could be part of the post-event survey. because we don't care about the quality of individual sessions,
Mhm.
or we can ask it across the sessions and understand which sessions delivered more value versus less, basically.
I have mixed feelings, honestly, Dax, about this because what we're doing here is not actual sessions. We're actually describing the process, and each team, what you're saying by this metric is that you are rating teams. And I have mixed feelings about that because every single team has put a lot of hard work into it, and I'm not giving a number 7 to this team or number 6 to this team based on this rating. What we're saying is overall, this event, did we accomplish our goal? And for those that are joining us, are you getting value learning how each different team has had a series of challenges that they overcome and they have gotten to the outcome that they were looking for? So overall, we're just looking everyone that's joining us to get a glimpse into how every single team has been able to overcome their challenges.
All right, I wasn't aware of the content actually. So this is the first time I've looked at the agenda, and I didn't realize that was the focus of the content, was each team doing a report essentially of how this worked. And so I kind of hear you guys and will agree then that this can be a single question in the post event. Don't worry about my request. We can ignore it.
Well, but I think that I think what I would want to take away is of the work streams required to execute an event like this, which one do you, as someone who is here at this event, feel like you will use AI for your job in the future, and see if we can get some, because I would love to know, rather than report on how they enjoyed the event in every session, I want to know what they're going to take with it and what action they're going to go implement in their job. So
Yeah,
if
and
we can get that feedback to give us that information, then we can kind of double down on what we do in the future.
yes, and it wasn't, my question is not about enjoyment, it's about value, but
Yeah.
fine. Okay, so fine. So then what I will then commit to is to work on the post-event survey. And I will work with AI, obviously, and develop questions and share with the group for your feedback.
Awesome. And I would love if there's something we can do at the end while they're still online, that we can get something, whether it is a Slido or a poll or something that we can activate so that we can get some sort of feedback, knowing that post-event surveys drive less than 10% of engagement. Anything we can capture while they're still there
What
would
do you mean
be,
they drive less than, what does that mean they drive less than
meaning I
10?
haven't seen Club Ichi people that watch stuff actually do stuff afterwards. So I would,
Oh,
while they're still watching, I'd love to get feedback. That's why when we do live events, we do a retrospective while people are in the room, because we can get that real-time feedback. So I want to do both. I just know what people do.
we can deliver this, we can launch the survey at the end of the event while people are still tuned in, if that's what
Okay,
you mean.
and then let's supplement that with something in the chat so that we can capture things, and then we can take the chat and put it into AI as well and get some summaries from anecdotal feedback.
Yes, okay. Fine, I'll put together a question that will go in the chat at the end as well.
Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome.
I
Thank
have
you.
a metrics question. It's okay.
Yeah.
Jackie on my team asks, Dax, does your purview include how much time spent saved, time spent or saved? Meaning, from our perspective, all the 7 different work streams, do we have, can we have a metric that includes how much time we saved as a team in using these AI tools?
How would you measure that? Because
You
we
can't,
spent a lot
yeah.
of time learning, so I don't know if we
Yeah.
saved anything.
But I think to answer the question, actually, very interesting question. I do think actually maybe I should also think about a couple of questions for the leads of each of the teams. So we
Ooh,
have
good idea.
consistent way to evaluate how well this worked for us. So let me also do like let's call it a team survey.
I love
And
that.
I'm not sure time saved, as Liz said, is going to work because we have nothing to compare it to also. So we don't know if we save time on this versus, because this is something that none of us has ever done. So it's hard to evaluate that against something else. But let me think about and chat with Claude about a couple of questions for the leaders of each of our work streams and see if and use that as well. So let me add that to my list.
Okay, and she asked, is there any way if one of the questions could be about our IA usage, like which tools we all used, just to get, because as part of our report, we'll have to list all of the AI tools used.
Okay, I'll do my best. I don't want to, yes, let me do my best to get that in there. Fine.
Yeah, that would be a hard one because it's not like a drop down. We would have to type it in.
Yep, I understand.
I think that's something, Joanna, that each one of our leads for all the team, we can put together our own stack that we worked with, because by now we know what we worked with and what we didn't. In the beginning, we had this amazing list that we all put together, but at the end of it all, we just use a few, right? So then we can put together this report, send it to you, and then you can consolidate it into an overall.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, Sarah Beth and Arthur on the content side. Looks like everything's locked in. Anyone I need to follow up with?
We're gonna do after we close with this meeting, if the speakers that are planning on speaking will stay for production. I'm kind of hybriding with production and Anka. That'd be great. I need the names of who's gonna be on stage so that we can build everything on the back end. So who's going to be presenting, kind of how you guys are planning on presenting, just to make sure that we beef that up.
Can you zoom in a little bit, please? So we can see.
And on our end, I pulled the names of each team from that list. So I'm hoping that that was accurate. If you guys want to watch your intro videos, Speak Now or Forever Hold Your Peace, keep in mind that our bot's voice changed on my second to last video.
Yes, tell us that story.
He went through puberty.
Y'all, so moving and shaking, as you can see, we rocked our way through, we were using 8 billion different systems. I mean, Arthur was going in there and he would make the first image and then we would use HeyGen AI or whatever. But apparently on our second to last video, which of course was content and then the final video, the voice that I had been using this entire time got discontinued. And so I'm in there on the help chat and there's a video of us, like it literally happened while we were doing our work stro. So we have it recorded. And I'm like, I can't find the voice. And we had just rocked out like however many videos. And they literally had discontinued it as I was working on it.
That's
and
insane.
Apparently, if you want to be brand consistent, there are some hoops you need to jump through so that you hold that voice. Was that described anywhere? No. But that's a huge learning opportunity for us, because, I didn't know that. The voice got discontinued, and the voice that had the same name, there were two voices that had the same name. They were, so it was just fascinating experiment.
It's pretty interesting how like the speed at which the platform is just changing, right? Like you log in one day and like it's just
No,
different,
it literally happened while we were working.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, well, the voice is gone. Sorry. If you would have done this, and this, you would have the same voice. So essentially, if we need to redo the video, just know
It'll
that
be a different voice.
it'll be a different voice. So we pivoted and got creative and basically Glitch aged and got old.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's pretty fascinating. So that's on our end. I'll let Anka give you all the updates on production side, but for the most part, we've got our little videos done, except for a couple of edits that we want to do on the intro video and stuff.
Some blossom. Okay, so Anka, I think you want to switch over and do like an actual run through, but before we do that, anything you want to cover here, and then I want to bring Joanna in to talk before we switch to the other.
Yeah, totally. So first off, I just want to start by giving a big shout out to this amazing team that I was working with, because none of this would have been possible without them. A couple of important heads here, Peter and Michelle, they took over the VCS and they did such an amazing job. Michelle, can you put the link into the chat for anyone that wants to review it. There is a way for you to join and see it with a token for a preview unless you register. So if you registered, you'll be able to, but I don't think we give a permission to anyone to see it yet if you're just an attendee, right? Like this is kind of like behind the scenes, see what we worked on. But there's been a lot of work that was done there. Also, Michelle worked on the Snapsite integration, which she can talk to a little bit more. Jennifer trained and integrated the chat-based bot, which you would be able to see in action and ask questions. And then Pete and Sarah Beth created this wonderful document, which keeps us on track, especially during the live event. And if you see here things that still need to be handled, please deliver those to us by the end of this week. I have worked hard in getting the streamer ready and uploaded with all the graphics. I've worked on quite a few graphics that I built for this based on what was already built. Like for example, this was sent to me this morning by Heidi. I did not brush my teeth yet, and I have not had my coffee because I've been working since 4 a.m. So there's been a lot of work this morning just to get this done. And I'm glad that nobody's close to me though. Because like, definitely need to brush my teeth. But there's been a lot of work that has been put also in the AI Hackathon Production Assistant, which is operating and alive and well in Slack. Thank you for everyone that has engaged with it. There's just one overdue item, which is happening today, obviously. But then for anyone that's working on things that are in progress and you see your name to it and it's still in progress, but you know that you have completed it, please hashtag task in Slack and say, I don't know, set up chatbot based integration in VCS is completed. I already did that because we know we worked on that. Michelle has completed that. But anything that might be something of the nature of, and I'm going to put this link in the chat as well for everyone to be able to review that. Do it so that we can all be happy when we get to this being 100% complete by our deadline. Unless you'll give me, kind of like that check mark, we've done it. And how to use those Slack commands, it's all here. So you're more than happy to use any of those. And with that, I will pass it to Michelle to talk about Snapsite really quick. I don't know if we have Jen. Do we have Jen here?
Just quick, I'm going to pin that to the Slack channel so that everyone can find it later.
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you, Pete.
Sorry, I usually do the calls from my house, and so when I came into the building where I work, my IT security has basically jumped all over like the different streams, and now I can't even log onto the virtual thing because
no.
And I'm like, oh no! So I'm going to fix that well before the event next week, so I can actually log in and I'm like, why can I not access anything right now?
Maybe since Peter's on, can Peter show us back in? Peter, would you mind?
But I can basically explain with Snapsite. So I worked with Snapsite. They're going to be one of the sponsors. They're going to be giving us the Pro for free. They're also going to be monitoring the event as it's going on, just because of the amount of people, and they want to make sure that the content is being built in real time. And so we tried it out during actually our last weekly meeting, and I actually posted it in the Slack what the content would look like right after the meeting, so you guys could see. But basically the same thing will happen again during the show. They'll get key highlights, they'll get like a word art, they'll get a summary, and then we will, us internally will get a report on how the attendees basically interacted with the content, what they spent the most time with, what they downloaded the most. So we can kind of see what they really gravitated to.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so I've been also working with the sponsors, building out the booths. I made a video using Canva, but then I create a one-pager using Manus, and then I sent them off basically explaining everything that's possible for building these booths. So I reached out to all of them, so they're working on that. And then I feel like in the virtual platform, most of it is basically put together. Liz, you and I need to sit down and see what we want to lead to in the resource area, the data dump. And I've actually tried a couple of things. It was funny, I told Pete from TK, I tried to vibe code and make the names of the door actually glitch. And so I'm like, I'll just take it upon myself and I'll vibe code and put it. I saw what he did. I'm just going to add another part. No, mine didn't work as well as his does. So, but at least I tried. So Yeah, so but Peter's been great for TK, helping me along, and I've been providing him insight on like how we can even customize the space more for, going forward when they do launch.
That's amazing. All right. Well, Peter, our goal was to break your tool. Did we break it yet?
Not yet.
Yes.
I was going to say I'm happy
We
to drop
go.
in a link in the chat. If everybody here is allowed access, I'm happy to bypass registration and everyone can go have a click around on their own. Otherwise, I'm happy to screen share as well.
That's awesome. What is Glitch doing on the beach? That's supposed to be a human on the beach while Glitch is doing all the hard work. That's no fun. We've done it all wrong, guys. When the robots are doing the art and we're doing the work, that's not cool.
Yeah, forgive me. I think my internet is quite spotty right now, so Glitch isn't really speaking.
No, you're good.
But you'll see here we're in the lobby. Just a quick run through of our main stage here. Okay, so this would come up as soon as you enter the event, and then Glitch would begin speaking. Here we have our expo hall, which isn't quite ready
So real
yet.
quick question. On that left-hand
Yep.
side, there was a QR code for Snapsite. So Michelle, what is that taking us to?
Okay, so we can't. So Peter told me that we can't make like either side be like you click on and then it's going to take them to the website to where they can get the key highlights. So basically, they'll use since they're going to be logging in through their desktop. Hopefully, they just scan the QR code with their phone. It will take them to the key highlights as they're being created as the event's going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's how they can access all the content as well. So
now
we
I'm
can move
wondering
it.
then on the right-hand side, could we do like
Exactly.
feedback?
To do the Slido.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for the survey, that might be.
Yep, you can have the QR code sitting here on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And we will probably have to create this graphic separately from just the QR code to say for, I don't know, Snapsite overviews or whatever, click here versus for feedback, click here, because they're not going to know what they all do.
Okay, I can do that. I can make it like an informational, like kind of like cut this in half and like put the explainer at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
What this actual QR code does.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay,
I
great.
love it.
So what we're looking at here right now, when Pete is waiting for Clavici, actually it's waiting for my stream right now to stream into it. Once we get in StreamYard and I engage, go live, you will all be able to see this in the platform. So that's why if we want to have a few takers that will stay and review and see the platform, Peter, please share those tokens with them so they can log into it and watch it, break it, see if there's any issues, because that's the point of us running this tech check.
Anka, Dara has a good question. So are we going to do some site prep before the event are we doing it in Zoom or are we getting in StreamYard? You want to walk us through that?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
So all of the folks that are going to hop on and do their piece here, are they getting into a Zoom link or are they getting into a StreamYard link?
Yeah, so we definitely have a process, and Sarah Beth is going to be my speaker handler. So she will be in Zoom with everyone that is going to be ushered next into StreamYard. In StreamYard, we're going to take, if you looked at that run of show, we're going to take speakers in increments, right? So like if we have the marketing team and we have 3 people or 4 people, whatever, how many they are for their presentation, they're going to be sent to StreamYard via a different link that Sarah's going to share with them.
Okay, so the green room is Zoom. We hang out there. Okay, got it.
And then they come into StreamYard, they do their piece, they're going to come on stage. Our audience is going to see them in the platform here, with the exception of anyone that joins via mobile, because again, this is a web-based platform. We gave them the opportunity to log into the YouTube directly. They are missing the experience of the whole platform, but they still can see the stream. The stream is unlisted, which means nobody without a link can just go and watch the YouTube as a separate entity. Now, if they share that link, that's a different story, but they will be able to see it at least on their mobiles. So going back to our process with the StreamYard, once we have everyone, review, go over their presentation, that can be live, that can be screen share, we will then bring in the next group, right? Because I only have 10 seats as far as speakers go, and 2 are already taken by me and Michelle on the back end. And I want to make sure that whoever those speakers are, we're capping it at 8 for each segment, if that makes sense.
So basically everybody's
Yeah.
gonna hang out with me in the Zoom as the green room. I'll drop the link when it's time for you to go on stage. Y'all jump on the link on the StreamYard, mute your Zoom, pop on your StreamYard, talkie. She's got you once you get on stage. They've got you.
Okay, perfect.
And then
And I noticed
Yeah,
the data
so
dump
here when you
as
see me,
sorry. I was wondering if someone running like the networking, like who comes in and does the networking portion, because I'm assuming that's the cute, like after the run of show. I didn't see anything about the networking portion.
networking, are you talking in the platform or doing in StreamYard there?
I think I remember we were saying part of the event scope was going to be like 30 minutes of like some sort of networking activity.
Yeah, the platform that we have doesn't really allow for a networking opportunity, and we're already 20 minutes over the 90 minutes with the current timeline.
Yeah, so I would say the way that we've really put networking into it is more games where people can engage in the chat and they'll vote on things and do stuff like that, more less than putting people together, if you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah, so
Okay, gotcha. So we might want to just update like the website and some of the language on there just so that it's a little bit clearer. It's not like 30 minutes of networking after. And then one other, oh, go ahead.
Sorry, just a quick idea before I forget, because I'm just ADD like that. I'll just in and then out while you're speaking. What if we did an after party?
Which I
Like,
think
just
we had
on
talked about
Zoom.
doing like
we can do
all
it
of
in
us
Zoom.
just hanging out and answering
Yeah.
questions and stuff.
And yeah, and anybody else can join in because the Q&A is really kind of like text based. So if people
Yeah.
want to dig in deeper and have like deeper questions for the team, I know like it would require a time commitment for people to like sit there and be there, but it also may just be fun for us to just kind of like reflect on how everything went and maybe even record that as part of the post event.
I like that.
And we
Follow-up.
just do a
So,
Zoom or
Yeah,
something.
so
yeah, it's just a
basically,
Zoom.
Liz would host it like she normally does, and anyone from the main audience, if they want to join us, here's the link. Join us for the after party.
Yeah, I love that.
That's a fantastic idea. And then you can spin up some tunes.
Yeah.
Some AI tunes.
Our
Get the
AI tunes. That's right.
Yeah.
Get the AI playlist.
Yeah. And
Which
we
actually, I think, do we need a theme song? Like, what's happening at the intro? Is there going to be a?
I need a song. Yes, Arthur. Please
I'll
give
get you
me
a
some
song.
background music.
How
And
long is your countdown?
I have a minute, but I have actually 5 minutes that I'm playing things. So if you can
So
give
you
me
have
a
a
few
5-minute
tracks.
pre-roll.
Yeah, but just give me a few tracks and then the main one to be the team one.
Can you take the same song that's in a small 20-second clip and do it in a different style? Like if you did, it's like a jazz sound, it's a
Oh yeah, totally.
club
Death
sound,
metal.
it's hip hop, it's metal, but it's the same thing.
Oh, I love that.
I love that. We should just get Glitch to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do words.
Yeah.
So create. I guess I'll do like 5 1-minute
Yeah.
songs that are.
I mean,
use
if
the
you have
same
a
lyrics,
longer
but different
one,
genres.
yeah, but if you have a longer one, right for the opener. So like, for example, I will start the stream with a solid slide for about 2-3 minutes just to test all the links. And then we're in pre-show mode. And that's when we send the ball out to dancing and then we have movement and the countdown starts. And that's where the theme song can be that.
Okay, I'll get you a bunch of stuff.
Thank you.
Will Glitch be wearing different outfits or will he just be in like the same attire? Because I thought maybe I was like, and when you said that, I was like, oh, I had an idea. I'm like, oh, it'd be funny. Like the Grammys, they come out every time different. He like introduces, he comes out in a different outfit.
He
Like
does.
Don't come with your ideas after we spent hours
But
making
Michelle,
the videos. Okay.
we already thought of that. He does. He
We
comes.
did.
He's got
We
a
have
different.
sets.
I
We have
told you
different
my
sets.
best ones come 2 weeks before the event, always.
Okay,
Michelle, we
Liz,
might
do you want to touch on with whomever you said you
Yeah,
want to
Joanna, I
touch
just
on?
wanted to
'Cause
hear
we're running
anything
out
you
of
need from us because I know you're putting together the book of how, and I know you and I need to connect. And sorry for my travels.
That's okay. I don't remember why we were connecting. Was it to discuss deliverables? Like
Yeah,
what?
I think it was just kind of wrap up anything you need from me. What do I need
Okay.
to chase? How do we want to put this together afterwards and release it to the community?
Okay. All right. So a couple of things. Jackie on my team is asking for, she has sent out in Slack a URL for everybody to fill out information by the 29th. So I'm trying to remember. Oh, it's like a survey of what worked, what didn't work. It's sort of like the post-mortem, the book of, like how did it go? So it's, if she's asking if you guys will all fill that out. So we're assuming, the two of us, we're assuming that we will use the Wednesday after the event to do the post-mortem. Liz, is that okay to take that time? Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
And then she also, in that same document, is asking for the tools, a list of tools that you guys use. So I put that in Slack again just a few minutes ago. So
I'm sorry.
currently we
Go ahead.
have, is there a
The-
question?
Well, yes, because I earlier in this call, this came up and I thought I was going to come up with those questions, but it sounds like
So you have, what I interpreted you to say, Dax, is that you're going to come up with a couple of an internal survey with a couple of questions.
yeah.
But that Jackie's first request, which is how much time is saved, that's not a realistic question. And the second one was to put in the tools. And
Yeah.
then afterwards, I realized she already created a tab and is asking everybody to put in their own tools. So you don't have to use that as a question.
And I would say these are two different purposes. So Dax, yours is more like, let's get survey responses on how this stuff worked that we can go take as a measurement construct. And whereas Joanna's is capturing the stuff to tell a story of how it was put together. So I think the two will go together.
I see. Okay, that's fine. All right, cool.
Cool, thank you. So as far as deliverables, my understanding, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but my team needs to fill 5 minutes during the event. Is that correct? Because we're afraid we don't have 5 minutes worth of content.
Oh, don't worry, you do.
Great. Or you do 2 minutes. That'll save 2 minutes. But no, you for sure do. Because you need to talk about Notebook LM, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, so I have, and then the video that I've produced using Notebook LM is updated and it's in our folder. I just asked Copilot if I could, what tool to use to apply branding to the LM output. And it's saying I could use Pictory AI or Recast Studio. Have any of you guys had any experience with either of those?
Yeah, Picture AI is great. I'm pretty sure I trained AI to say that because I've been using it so much.
Okay. Okay, good.
But I don't know how much you can do with the free version. I'll have to see. There's other tools out there as well.
Well, what
So
about Recast Studio? You know anything about that?
I don't know Recast Studio.
Okay, so it gave me a list of 4 or 5 different tools I could use. So I'm just playing around with that just to make, so we have the video, we have the presentation, and we have a list of FAQs. And then it produced also a study guide, which I just opened. That's not something I would put, I think I might leverage it to build our pieces. But once we get those to a place where we like them, where do you want me to upload them? Where do I need to upload them?
For production team, or
Mhm.
do you want to just use my Google Drive?
Yeah, there's the production team folder. You know,
yeah.
just name it so we know, and then
Okay.
Sarah is gonna make sense of where everything needs to be.
And when do I need to put it there?
By Friday.
Friday. And then when is our practice? I'm sorry, I don't know this.
Monday. So today, I still hope that we have some time to get into StreamYard to do a bit of a run
Yep,
through.
we're gonna do it right now.
Not everybody will be able to stay, which is fine. But that's why I'm actually putting another time for a second run through on Monday. And I'm gonna share that. That was internally for our team, but for anyone that wants to practice on stage per se, I will open that up so you can come and join us. Let me see what time I have right now.
I would like to practice, please.
Okay, perfect. So then we have it set up at the same time, so 8:30 a.m. PCT time. So that's 11:30 a.m. ET time.
11:30.
Yeah, I'll just
10:30 for
resend
you, Joanna,
that.
right? You're central.
Mm-hmm.
So then 10:30 for you, Jonah. Yeah. And I'll send that with the StreamYard link, which means we're gonna actually it's gonna be with the Zoom link. Liz, I might have you share your link and then add it to that. We're gonna start into the green room and we'll follow this process because I really want us to be dialed in on the, ushering into StreamYard.
Yeah, that works. And my Zoom link is still active for next week, so same one. So I'll just keep.
Okay, I'll just use them one. Okay, perfect.
Okay, yeah, I'll be there for sure. And I'm hoping Jackie will be there too. We did lose another team member, so I'm a team of two, by the way, Liz. Anyway, that's my update. Did you have any specific questions, Liz, that you
No,
might
that's
want to
great.
ask? Okay,
Perfect. Thank you.
sure.
All right. So Anka, I
I
think
have a
what we
question.
wanted. Oh yeah, go ahead, Michelle.
So just so I can make sure I was clear. So Joanna, you're gonna for the book of how, because in the data dump that we have that on the main screen. Did you want to create the image? I just made a quick one, and as a placeholder, I just didn't know if you wanted to, if you had anything special that you wanted for the book of how, if you wanted it animated or for like when people want to click on it, and then you're going to be putting together basically for when they click on the link, it can't. We're working with Peter to see if we can lead to like a site, but it might just be a PDF, which then might have links. We can maybe embed a link onto a PDF, or we just have one huge PDF. I just didn't know where the book of
So
how was going to live, unless I missed that.
whatever image you put up there for our team, I'm fine with that, just because I don't
Okay.
have the bandwidth to go create an animation. I don't think, unless I magically do it using AI before Friday, which I might. And so as far as when you click on it, did we establish that there's a page that could have the links to the documents, do we not know if there's a page? Did I lose you guys?
No, we're still here. I think there you go, Michelle. You were frozen.
Okay.
Didn't we
Can
say
there
we're going
be
to
a
build a page
page?
in Circle?
Yeah, we're gonna do that section circle. That's right. I totally forgot about that. So that's on me. So I can go do that. And Joanna, maybe that's what we were gonna talk about. Is how we were gonna distribute to the community. That's exactly what it was doing it on a
Okay.
circle.
And
All
then Peter's still seeing if we can get a straight link to it, or you'll link to a PDF that'll have 2 or 3 links in it to the different resources, which may not be too bad, because if we can't get there to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, our team is linking those screens directly to URLs, so that'll be available for the event if needed still.
So so someone will have to work on building out that Circle channel.
Yeah, I can do that. So Joanna, maybe we find time tomorrow if you have any time tomorrow.
I do.
I'll go ahead and just make the space and invite you to it, and then we can figure out what we want to put in it.
Okay. Sounds
Cool.
good.
All right. So you guys are amazing. Every single one of you have put in so much incredible work, and this has been so fun to watch come together. I cannot believe it's already next week. It's already been 6 weeks. Holy cow. Wow. So Anka, I think I need to stop the stream, and then we are jumping into something else, or we are staying here and you're
Yeah.
screen sharing. What are we doing?
I'll
So-
stay here and we'll direct you.
Yep. So you'll
Yeah,
stay
Joanna,
here. I'm
we'll
gonna
just have a
drop
quick
out of
question.
Zoom because I need to conserve.
Hold on one second. What, Joanna would?
How many people do we have registered?
Oh, 200 and
And
I muted 215.
215.
And you wanted 500, right?
Yeah, sure, but I don't care. I'm happy.
Okay. All right. Sorry to interrupt.
Honestly, we're doing this for us, not them.
That's right.
Okay, so a few things that I need. We're gonna stop the stream here so I can engage the other stream. I'm gonna drop off of here. Sarah Beth, I need you in the other channel, the voice channel, so that you can cue me up on what's going on next. And I will cue you when I'm ready because I'm gonna need about 2 minutes to start the stream, engage the pre-show, and then looking at the round of show. So thank you. It's fine. Yeah, I just saw you. Perfect. I'm thinking not everybody's here. So let's have some stand-ins for example, if we have the marketing team here, one person can come. But if anybody needs to be the stand-in, Liz, you can just be that person. What I'm going to do is as I go through line by line here, I'm going to play the intro video and then whomever the presenter is, we're going to come on stage, going to say hi, blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to move on into the next one. So this will move move kind of fast. There's going to be a few potential glitches because I am getting a handle of like what the flow is, but that's why we want to do it in the first place.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I was just screen sharing. That is our current hackathon planning meeting. That's going to stop sharing right now. I will go to the YouTube page and find your stream on the Club Ichi channel and share that so all of us can see it here in Zoom, but we stay here on Zoom.
We have the link in the production document.
Okay.
So like right now.
Wait, do we want everybody to go to the YouTube link, or do we want some of them to go into the actual?
Some should go in the platform.
Yeah.
And you can see that link.
I can share the platform if you want to go. I can just keep sharing in
now.
Oh,
now,
I see what you're saying.
For you,
all
I'm saying is when you do come to StreamYard and you have other tabs open with sounds, make sure you mute those so that your mic is only capturing your voice, not all the other tabs.
Got it. Okay.